Hello and welcome to the Hellraiser blog. If you enjoy today's Hellraiser blog, please don't hesitate to hit the like and subscribe and share buttons. We love growing the Hellraiser blog. Today's Hellraiser blog, I'm going to look at Joseph Parker against Fabio Wardley. Two boxers I know very well. Fabio Wardley made his debut on one of my shows at York Hall, and Joseph Parker was managed from early on in his career by a very, very good friend of mine who sadly passed away, Stuart Duncan from Australia. Stuart was a big buddy of mine. He was the matchmaker for the Contender series that Sylvester Stallone was presenting. And he was a really good boxing man, helped me a lot. And he'd have put that knowledge into Joseph Parker. He loved Joseph Parker. He used to talk about Joseph Parker as if like Joseph Parker is the future of the heavyweight division. And I used to sort of crush his aspirations. I used to say, look, he doesn't really let his hands go. Yeah, he does. Great hands. But I said, yeah, he has, but he doesn't really express himself enough. And then when he boxed Joshua, I felt that sort of... it confirmed what I was saying. And then he boxed Dillian Whyte and the same again. He just didn't come out of his shell until the last 45 seconds of the fight. And it's like he showed in those last... And I remember saying to Stuart Duncan, I said, look, the guy can definitely fight. Joseph Parker can really fight. He's got so many attributes. He's got so many things going in his favour. But the thing is, in here, there's something stopping him. Until you let that... you put that in its place, he's not going to make it. He's not. And I didn't actually think that he would get over it. I thought he actually would end his career without scaling the heights. Right now, I think he might very well have his best days ahead of him. I honestly, I would favour him to beat Anthony Joshua now, having seen Joshua's most recent fight, where he got stopped by Daniel Dubois, where he just looked complete shadow of his former self. And I think Parker now would beat Joshua. Then it's a question of delivering on the night, which I used to think that Parker never did, but now actually he's proven that he can. So I'm hoping that we can see the best of Joseph Parker. Look, Wardley made his debut on one of my shows, so I got a lot of affection for Fabio Wardley as well. And Wardley, I remember when I saw him early on, I thought, well, any journeyman I've got everywhere, I'm going to keep them right away from this one, because he has speed, he has concussive punch power for sure, lots of core strength, fitness seems good, sound chin. There's a lot of good things, lots of things to like in Fabio Wardley, including his heart, the attitude and the approach he takes to fights. He comes to fight. I don't know if he relishes the dust up, but he seems very courageous, and as if he likes to engage early on and get stuck in, and fans love that, and I love that. And I think against Joseph Parker, I think that's a very sound tactic to have. He was, I think most people would agree, was badly behind against Justice Honey. He looked like the fight had escaped him. But that attitude that he's got, that never say die attitude, that heart of a lion that he's got in his chest, kept him going. And I think pretty much everyone had given up hope. You just seem like, this is going to peter out for him, because generally fighters, as they get more tired, the breaks that they get in the fight, the opportunities to land their big shots go down. But anyway, right, he was saving something special, and he delivered it, and he turned the fight on its head. I think he's going to need to do that here. I think the tactic, if I was in his corner, the tactics I would be setting up for Fabio Wardley would be get your feet in close at the earliest possible opportunity, and I mean in the first round. Get in close and work away at Joseph Parker's body once you're in there, and use lateral movement at close range to get yourself so that you can get your front hand behind Parker's elbow And once you're in close, just keep whacking away at the body and stay in range so that Parker can't dictate the pace, can't box at his own leisure, at his own pace once you're in there. Because I think possibly, I think where Wardley might have an edge might be in the psychological battle. And I think if he wants to beat Parker, he has to get inside early, stay inside, work away to the body, vary his punches up and down. To keep Wardley in the fight, he has to be in range. He can't afford, as the pace goes down, to allow Parker to box him from long range, because I think as soon as he does, Parker, for me, my money, is a better technical boxer than Justice Honey, and Justice Honey was giving him a boxing lesson. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that, but that's what it looked like to me. So just trying to portray what I think. But if Wardley can stay in close and can force Parker to box at a pace that he wouldn't choose himself to box, at a high pace, and not exactly a dogfight, but he needs to get in there and really whack the body, move up and down, lateral movement, get your feet, your front foot around the back of Parker's front arm, so you can work to the body. And for me, that is the one hope he has, because he's not going to outbox Joseph Parker, and he's not going to beat him if he fights him. If he tries to counter punch him or he stays at long range, I just think he gets his head jabbed off. And Parker will quite happily settle, I think, just for jabbing his head off, winning 10 of 12 rounds or whatever, and keep popping at long range. And even as Wardley has to then come close, Parker will be no doubt trying to line him up, preparing hard right-hand counters to beat him. But in terms of prediction for the fight, well, look, I thought Justice Honey would outbox Wardley. I don't mean that disrespectfully to Wardley, just I thought Wardley is too one-dimensional. He's too limited in terms of what he can choose, what options he has for tactics. And I just thought, against someone that's got a reach advantage, that's got the faster feet, and that's got the movement and the ability to switch angles, I just thought that's going to be very likely. It's going to be too much of a discrepancy in skill level, and that's what's going to stop. That's what's going to stop Wardley from being able to rip this one away. Got turned on its head last time. I think that would do the world of good, that fight for Wardley, because this is probably going to be a higher level, but of the same ilk. So if he hadn't gone through that first fight, it'd be easier for Wardley to lose heart. But I think this time, as he gets closer and as the rounds are trickling away, and I think Parker will probably be boxing his ears off. I think boxing-wise, Parker definitely, for me, has an edge in terms of straight punches and scoring punches. But then, because of what happened last time, I think Wardley will fight. Will keep fighting and keep fighting. Obviously, I hope he doesn't come a cropper. He doesn't get too badly bashed up in the process. But I think he will get bashed up during the as the rounds go by, because it will be sickening to keep walking onto the jabs. But what he has to have in mind is just, right, when I get inside in the second half of the fight, once I'm in close, I stay in close. I do not let myself come out. And just got to hit something. Doesn't matter. You don't have to hit the chin every time. Just got to get in close and keep Parker working outside at the pace that he wants to work at. In terms of prediction, I'm actually going to go for a stoppage for Parker in about round 8. I'm going to say round 8 Parker. Because I think that Parker's really come on since the start of his career. And he doesn't seem to have that much wear and tear for someone that has got that much experience. So I think you're going to see a very good fight. I think you're going to see Parker really apply measured pressure. And best luck to both men. If you enjoyed the blog, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you again soon on the Hellraiser blog. Thanks for watching.